Well, we did get the short end of the stick.
You deserved it. If you all weren't such a bunch of reckless, brainless, bomb-throwing terrorists that made it the Palestinians would have had a country by now.
Are you suggesting that every Palestinian is a terrorist?
No, I'm not saying that. But I will say that most Palestinians seem to support or at least condone what the terrorists want to accomplish, which is to sabotage the peace process and eradicate the state of Israel.
We want to coexist with the state of Israel. It's Israel that doesn't want to coexist with us.
Then why are we fighting?
Because Israel refuses to make compromises in order to achieve a lasting peace.
That is nonsense. We have repeatedly offered to withdraw from the Palestinian areas, but every time we do so, the terrorist attacks become worse.
But most Palestinian people desire peace.
That is hard to believe, given the open hatred your people demonstrate towards us.
We don't hate you, we just want our own country.
Meanwhile, your people burn off the land, vilify the Jews, vow revenge, and publicly demand that Israel be destroyed.
Part of that is your fault. You forced us from our land and caused us to become refugees. So how do you expect us to feel?
Nobody told you to leave. You left on your own.
How could we have stayed when you took our land and deprived us of our country?
We took the land that you abandoned and we developed it. We didn't deprive you of anything. You deprived yourselves.
Not so. The moment that Israel declared its independence, the Palestinians became a disenfranchised people.
But Israel now exists, so what do you want from us?
Stop blocking us from creating our own state.
Not while you want to create a state based on Israel's expense.
No, Israel was founded on our expense.
Israel was founded because it was the only way for the Jewish people to guarantee their survival.
No, Israel was founded because the British sold out to the Jews, who became willing pawns in the struggle of control for the Holy Land and the entire region with its huge oil reserves.
No, not true. It had nothing to do with the British. The Jews were destined to return to the land of Israel, to the land where they had once been kings and which had been promised to them in the Bible.
That's ridiculous. What are you, a rabbi?
Let me remind you again that in 1948 the United Nations approved the creation of the State of Israel.
That UN vote was bogus and was opposed by the entire Arab world.
It defied the will of the world.
First of all, at that time, most of the world was not even represented at the UN. So the vote represented the will of only a small portion of the world's population.
The vote was valid. Every member nation participated in the vote, including the entire Arab bloc.
We had no choice but to oppose that vote.
You did have a choice. You could have cooperated.
Well, that's easy for you to say. We were the ones who were being disenfranchised.
Your objections were hogwash.
Our objections were legitimate. First, no one had the right to take away our land. And second, the wishes of the Arab people were completely ignored, as if we counted for nothing.
The matter was debated, your views were heard, and it was decided that the Jews could return to the land of origin for which they had been forced to flee.
Here we go with that Bible talk again.
That's right, pal. The Jews were destined to return to their land.
What do you mean destined?
It was prophesied that the Jews would return to their historical homeland.
Which would have never happened without the backing of the West.
No, it was prophecy.
That and with a little help from the United States.
We fought our own fight and won. The United States did not come to our aid.
Wow, you are way off base.
The Jews want to coexist with your people.
And my people want justice.
My people want justice. My people want justice. Who do you think you're fooling? You couldn't care less about justice for your people. All you want is personal revenge.
Oh, that's not true. As a member of the PLO Legislative Council,
The hell
I represent an entire constituency.
is the PLO Legislative Council? Is that like the U.S. House of Representatives? Wait, we're supposed to believe that you actually represent other people?
You're nothing but a buffoon. How much do you make in bribes?
Bastard.
And a sniveling liar, too.
Gentlemen, I believe that we're finally engaging in honest and direct communication. How refreshing.
I'm glad you were mugged and beaten back in 1947. You deserved it.
Said just like the criminal that you are.
I'm not the criminal. Do you think I forgot what you tried to do to my daughter?
What do you need?
When you busted into my house. Not only did you molest my wife, you also went after my 11-year-old daughter.
Now this is getting good.
That is a bunch of crap. Now I know you're sick.
You can deny it all you want, but it's true. Years later, my daughter told me all about it. She said it was you.
She's wrong.
Are you calling my daughter a liar?
Yes, I am calling your daughter a liar.
Women don't lie about things like this.
Your people will lie about anything if it suits your purposes. For all I know, it was you who molested your own daughter.
Oh, you disgusting loud scum of the earth! How dare you say such a thing?
Because it's true. I heard your people engage in all kinds of unusual sexual practices.
Racist pig. Running dog.
Here we go again. More name calling.
Yes, more name calling. Defense is now down, fists now up. Pretense being replaced by the glaring light of open confrontation. Isn't it refreshing? Isn't it wonderful?
And my people want peace.
And my people want to be respected.
And my people want security.
We will gladly recognize the state of Israel, but Israel has to recognize our rights too.
We do recognize your rights. In Israel, your rights are fully recognized and protected.
But that's avoiding the issue. The Arabs are a minority in our own land.
It's not your land anymore.
That's because we were forced to pay the price for Europe's callous mistreatment of the Jews.
You still do not accept the reality and the finality of the situation.
Why should we accept something that was forced upon us?
After World War II,
World War II. What did World War II have to do with us?